Well, hello. I arrived in Ireland Tuesday. It rained continuously yesterday, so I didn't do any videoing. Today the weather looks slightly nicer, albeit it has been raining up until about midday today. So I thought, the sun is kind of out and the weather is cheered up a little bit. Keeping in mind it is October, we have to kind of keep it real, you know. Anyway, I thought I would take you on a little ride to where all of us guys used to go when we had a little bit of time, when I used to live in Ireland. I'm going to head towards Wicklow and see if I can bring you guys to Glendalough and give you a little bit of a tour. This area here is called Mile Mill. I wonder what the significance of calling the place Mile Mill. Obviously there isn't a mill that's 1 mile. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd switch back on. But there's also a place not far from here that's called 2 Mile House. Yeah. I can't help but think that people were telling tall tales. Yes, I've got a mile mill. Yeah, well, I've got a 2 mile house. So I don't know. Anyway, all of the area to my left and to my right along here, and in fact where just before I turned, sorry, not explaining very well, it's all stud farm. Anyway, dead straight ahead of us is another stud farm. I'm going to turn right here. Hopefully the weather behaves itself and is kind to me, and then I can make my way all the way up to Glendalough. Oh, incidentally, if you're not Irish and if you happen to see a lot of signs with Kill, like Kilcullen or Kilcock or Kilkee or Kilkenny, it means church. It doesn't mean they're going to kill anybody. And I've just missed my turning, so I'm going to do an about turn. Just coming into Hollywood. Hence the sign, Hollywood. Hollywood, County Wicklow. So we're now in County Wicklow. We've left Kildare County behind. We've also left the nice blue skies and sunshine behind. I'm going to turn left just down at the end of this little road and start to climb and go up across the Wicklow Gap, and hopefully, hang on, I've just spotted something on the side of the hill. Anyway, what I was saying was, all being well, if the weather stays kind, I shall continue on to Glendalough, and if I can make it to Glendalough, all being well, if you haven't seen Glendalough before, you're in for a treat. Can you see it up there on the hillside?
There you go. They too have a Hollywood sign. Hollywood, County Wicklow. That's what I spotted just down the road. I think it's a bit of fun.
There they are, the Wicklow Hills. So the fact that we can see them and there's not an awful lot of grey stuff. Ooh, there's even a little bit of sunshine on that hill. Yeah, so the fact that we can see them and there's not much grey stuff kind of sitting on top, I kind of hope that the journey is going to be doable. But there is a fantastic walk at Glendalough, and while I remember, I shall put the link to that walk in the description of this video, because I've already been up there, walked it and videoed it. Wow, there's a lot of water on that. Well, you can see how much rain we've had yesterday by how much water is on this today. This is normally, relatively speaking, quite a small stream, really. But even have rapids over there. Just seen this little teddy bear at the side of the road where the where I just stopped to video the river, and then read this underneath the teddy. I just think it's absolutely fantastic and wonderful that people take the time to put little things like this out and maybe help someone as they pass by, you know. So well done, people. Don't know if you can see just down to the right hand side the pylons, and they're bringing us ever closer to Turlock Hill. We're kind of at the top of the Wicklow Gap here, and we won't be too far away from Turlock Hill. Should be coming into view any moment, really. And then once we crest the top of this hill, we'll start to drop back down the other side, and we'll be heading back down towards Glendalough. So yeah, we're at the top of the Wicklow Gap now, and what a beautiful vista it is. Yeah, so dead straight where my finger's pointing now, hopefully I can see it on the camera, there is an unnatural flatness to the top of that hill, and that's the top lake of Turlock Hill. So the actual power station is inside all of that there. Cool, let's continue on. Oh, do you know what, it's almost like a little mini pilgrimage. Every single time I come home, pretty much without fail, I come to Wicklow, and it's just beautiful. It's a bit barren this time of year, but even in its autumnal shades of brown, isn't it lovely? It's just lovely. Now, for years, we were always told that the buildings that are to my right, a little bit further down the road here, you probably may not be able to see them, but they were silver mines.
Oh no, they weren't. They were lead and zinc mines. Sorry.
More small deserted houses at the back of Glendalough, which we won't be seeing today because they're too far away from where I'm going to park the bike. And they were lead mines. But that is in the other video I spoke about earlier, when I told you about the walk that I went on. It's in that video, and I mentioned about the lead mines. In fact, I think I shall have another little pull over unscheduled stop and get the other camera out.
I've passed by this way hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, and I've never ever pulled up to have any further of an investigation, really. So it's high time I did. Oh, by the way, you'll see some of the signs that are written in Irish, and I just thought it was a good time to mention it. I know it might not make anything or mean anything to you guys, but it means a lot to me. My uncle Tom, who passed away this year, taught me how to say Glendalough in Irish. Glendalough. So Glen do two loch lake. So it's Glen of two lakes. And it's funny little things like that remind you of people that have passed on. But I always say that if you don't mention the people that have passed on, they have truly gone. So it's good to mention people's names and remember them for all of the good things and all of the positive things and all of the silly things too that they happen to mention to you in your life. Right, that's my thought. Let's get back on the bike.
Wow, there's like a proper little stream at the side of the road. So yeah, we're kind of coming downhill quite fast now, and we'll be at Glendalough in a moment.
So here we are, we're at Glendalough, and just behind me is, I understand it anyway, has been one of the oldest archways of its type in the country. So this is the archway here, and it brings you into the Glendalough monastic settlement and up towards the round tower. Just through the archway on the right, it will show you something else. So once you've come through the gate, the gated area, you've effectively gained refuge from whoever is trying to get you. And this stone here, I don't know if you can see the cross on it, but this stone here effectively is the refuge stone. The round tower, which I always found is slightly fascinating, but that's its entrance there. And what is below the entrance here, so that section there is effectively a plinth or platform, and what's underneath the ground, the foundation, is 3 foot. And all the rest of the tower from there up is standing on that plinth. Okay, let's go and see the rest of Glendalough. The large church or cathedral that's on site at Glendalough, and I don't know if you can see, but there is holes, square holes in the front facade of the building, and they are believed to have been for scaffolding to build a large building. And they were cut off, and either the wood was left in the hole and eventually rotted out, or was taken out slightly after the building was built. The building would have been here and occupied and used up until the Reformation. I'm not sure when the settlement started, but St. Kevin as a person was long gone by the time this place was occupied as a monastery. A small building here just in front of the church is believed to have contained Kevin's relics. So people would come on pilgrimage to Glendalough to come and see Kevin's relics. His bones. Where Kevin's bones are now, who knows. That is the smaller and later church at the back of Glendalough, and obviously would have been used much later. Those people are standing and walking around. There's a little bridge, and normally we can walk across that bridge, but the river, or the stream rather, has turned into a river and it's burst its banks, so you can't go across the bridge. And then on the inside, unfortunately you can't go inside the church, but if you listen to my voice, there's a clear echo inside the church, and that's from the barrel vaulting where they build the mound of earth. Basically the same way as they've made bridges, it's barrel vaulting. So they make a mound of earth, build the building over the top, and then once the building is done, they dig out all of the earth underneath. It's called barrel vaulting, and you get that nice echo. There you go, there's the round tower from a little bit away. I'm going to try and see if I can make my way back up towards the lower lake and see if I can show you Kevin's bed from where I parked my motorbike up to, as you can see on the sign. So just on the other side of the lake. So directly in view there is a dark area, very large dark area. That's not it. Just down and slightly to the left there's a square-ish hole. That is it. That square-ish hole that's slightly on the wonk is Kevin's bed or Kevin's cell, and that's where he lived. The shoreline has risen because of all the rain, so you should be able to see down here a church, but it's gone. It's disappeared underneath the lake. That would normally be significantly higher to be able to get into Kevin's bed, but as you can tell, it's not that far away from the water. So that was Glendalough. So yeah, I've got about 20 minutes or half an hour of what I think is about usable light, and I'm going to try and ride back down through the Sally Gap. God, there's a lot of water on that waterfall. I know, you're saying to yourself, what waterfall? Maybe you can't see it. I shall show you that one. Wow, there it is. Oh, the special. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that much water on it before, ever. Beautiful, huh? Well, let's face it, the day didn't turn out so bad in the end. There you go. So I'm going to go that way, back to Newbridge, and see my mum. I have to say, I'm quite impressed with the road surface. I'm not impressed, however, with the motorcycle clothing that I'm wearing, because the Velcro is all but given up. Thankfully, I shall be making a new video soon of me getting measured up for my new clothing. More about that at a later date. Well, I think we'll call this little piece at the end here an added bonus. I'll have to watch it back, obviously, when I'm starting to edit stuff. I don't know how much of this is going to make the video, but as I'm pretty much out of usable light, I think we'll call an end to this part of the video. I will say thanks ever so much for watching. Ride safe, take care of each other, and until next time, people, bye bye.